Hello there, Frosty510 here, and I'm in part 2 of my guide. Just do a quick sort of overview, where to go, what to do, basic stuff of Diablo 2 Resurrected. So this is from Act 4 to 5, and depending on how long I take, maybe there'll be more. I'll probably talk about a lot of other little bits and pieces here and there. Oh, I'll do cow level as well, I'll add that on the end. Alright, so the first mission you got to do is kill Izul, and he's in the Plains of Despair. So you got to do a bit of running. I'll just go over there and find him. Do be careful of the stairs, because you'll get stuck on them. Say, in the transition between a couple of these areas, people just stop, and then you can't get past them. So just be careful. Oh, an ore rune. It's just a little low level rune, but you can do good stuff with ore runes. The runes, if you get 3 of the same, they can be merged together and make another kind of rune, but sometimes it's not worth it. But other times, that's how you get the big money. Alright, so stick to the borders. Out of the way. Yep. Oh, what was that? I just assumed. As you play through the game, picking up... Oh, I haven't got any room for it. What's that? Oh, I was going to sell that, wasn't I? Let's just chuck the runes in the cube. So I just wanted to show you. You pick up armor. Just pick up any random armor piece that drops if you need money. So that's splint mail. Oh, I gotta buy some more teleport agents. Best way to make money in the game, just when you're playing along, 7,000. Just from a crappy little armor piece that dropped. And also you can hold square and mass purchase tombs. Okay, back in there. So yeah, picking up armor is a great way to earn money. Going into cow levels that other people have created, and just picking up all the armor off the ground, or maybe staffs. Anything that can grant skills is worth heaps of money, and you can make a lot of money. So you can, even before you start playing, you just go on the game list, pick a cow level. It's 40 minutes old. Doesn't matter to you. Jump in there, grab a bunch of stuff, sell it. Easy money. You can always do that. So, and the higher the difficulty, you get better stuff. But be careful if there's even just one cow left that you might get killed. I always pick up class-specific items like zombie heads, clasped orbs. The barbarian helmets, yeah, and the druid helmets, because if they have skills on them, money. Later on, no, you always care about money, really. It's not one point in the game where you don't need to care about it. So let's see if we can find Azul. Where is he? As you're playing through this area, oh, that's a war scepter. 1 to zeal. That's not enough money to really entice me. So the Venom Lords, they spit fire, so fire resist, really helpful. I might switch to a different aura just so you can see. Flesh Beasts are just little dudes. They got the mother that spawns them. Doom Knights cast curses, and there's a lot more of them in the Chaos Sanctuary. Okay, so let's go back. Ah, that one. There's also corpse spitters. So these big fat dudes who eat corpses and spit them at you. So be careful of their ranged, really. Where the heck are you, Azul? I'm gonna pick up a piece. And the trap soul things. Just take your time. Because being overwhelmed by Venom Lords, there's Azul. So this is Azul, he's cold enchanted, so see how my cold doesn't do much to him at all. See, look, that's I triggered Blizzard. So that's the key to this build I'm using, is that you do physical and cold. So eventually your physical becomes really good. You can't even swap out, instead of having a skill granting scepter like this, you can go for the really high damage stuff. The really good rare stuff. The next tier up. So, you know, I don't need to tell you what those are. You can find out on your own. But there's some really, really, really powerful melee gear in endgame. So, yeah. And other rune combinations, you know, 6 1 runes and... Okay, so that's Azul. So you kill Azul, you go back to Tyrael, and you get yourself... Oh, there's the corpse dudes. They eat corpses and spit them at you. Oh, well, I'll be able to find it. So just be careful of these guys, because they do shoot ranged. The Abyss Knights. And Decrepified later on in the Chaos Sanctuary can be quite annoying. So you find the River of Flame. There's a portal there. You go down the River of Flame. I'll grab a skill thing, that'll help. No, not really. See these morphines, they're the same corpse spitting dudes. You make your way through. It's not as narrow as some of the other areas, so you should be able to run past people, but generally as a pack, you'll stick together. Always better. Now, really important. You get up to... Alright. Yeah, keep going. So you've got your Mephisto Soulstone that dropped from Mephisto when you beat him in Act 3. Now, you can take it... Oh. Demon Hide Gloves, you can collect these, because you can use them in a crafting combination with a perfect ruby, and I can't remember the rune. I think it's Ral. And you can make, like, caster gloves. You know, they're really good. So, again... But you can buy them from the vendor in later acts and later difficulties, so it's not too big a deal. But they have to be basic. Do they have to be basic? I think they're basic. Okay, so we got River of Flame. Now, before you go on, if you're on your own, you might want to destroy the Mephisto Soulstone and collect the random loot, which can be some pretty good stuff. So here's the blacksmith, the high-level blacksmith. And so you put the Soulstone there, the blacksmith drops a hammer, and you hit it. Now, if you're with other people, don't do it. You see this a lot in Nightmare and even Hell. If you're being carried through the game, they will run over here, and they'll expect you to put down your Soulstone, and then they'll take all your runes, or your gems. And you may think that's a necessary price to pay, because they're carrying you through it. That decision is up to you, but I just want you to know that that's a thing. People do want to farm other people's soul stones just so they can get, well, in Hell, incredibly good. You can get really good runes. You can get really high runes. You can get really high runes anywhere. It's just that sometimes, you know, any place that spawns them as part of a quest, you know, is naturally, oh yeah, you get them from there. The best I've got's a Lowe's. Maybe a Lum. Nothing too good. But yeah, so that's something to be careful about, especially early on, because you might be quite annoyed. Oh, it's a scammer. Actually, I'll get rid of the potion. Pick up the ruby. All gems are important. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so I got a gold thing there. That's nice. Okay, so River of Flame. As the guy tells you, do not pass unless you're ready. This area here can be quite annoying because you can't go past people unless you're in an open spot like that. Just be careful of, you know, ranged dudes getting trapped, all that sort of stuff. Oh, another ruby. I might as well kill Diablo just to show you. Yep. Lots of enemies, lots of Abyss Knights cursing you. Now, the curse I have in my head is life tap. So it just means that when an enemy hits me, they get their life back. So it's nothing to worry about too much. Weaken isn't nothing to worry about. Decrepify slows you down, that's annoying. Amplify damage is the worst one. Oh, there is that. That's lower resist. Is it lower resist? Pretty sure that's lower resist. So lower resist is really dangerous too late game. Pretty much all the curses are, you know, something to be worried about. So again, you can just wait. That's a bone spirit. It'll chase you down for a certain period of time. I got weaken on top of me. It just lowers my attack. So you just activate. Now sometimes these can be buggy. So Just be aware that they don't always work perfectly. I'm not going to pick up that. Okay, that's fine. Oh. So I got life tap on, that's fine. As you're running through as a group, stick together. Because some of the bosses that spawn once you undo the 2 seals on each side, or the 1 seal on the side, they can be quite challenging. Oh, that's an assault helmet.
Impossible.
Ah, I've got that other damn gold thing in there. Whatever. You can still get low level runes even in normal when you come back. So, you know, you can always, if you need runes, just run around and kill things and go through the lower Karust. There's a... Oh, I'll show you that in Act 3, where it's a great place to farm chests. You open the special super rare chests. So much to show. Okay, let's go. Let's get Diablo out here and kick his ass. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Some of the other items you want to collect. Not much in normal. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff you want to collect in Nightmare and Hell, like dimensional blades with 4 sockets. I'll get that rejuvenation potion. Those Doom Lords that spawned, Venom Lords, that spawn there, they can be really dangerous if you're on your own and you don't have good fire resist. So again, fire resist is a given. I mean, look, we're in... Thing, look, there he is there. Dodge that attack. You won't be able to dodge his basic melee, don't worry about that too much. Okay, so do we get anything good? Got a large axe. Now, I just want to see... Why don't I have scrolls? So that large axe is absolute garbage. The Great Helm might be okay, but again, I don't care. Let's see how pedantic people... Can I leave a legendary on the ground just because it's absolute trash? Alright, what do we got here? So, the Hawkmail, that's a good early game one, because it has faster run walk. Oh, I'm holding a lot of garbage anyway, aren't I? Is that better than... The other one I have here is the Dark Glow. It has resistances. I think faster run walk. Oh well. Let's just leave that on the ground for now. Alright, I'll grab it. I'll grab it.
Good evening.
Alright, what do we got? Freezes target. Ah, it's just one of these. It's cold resist 50%. If it was one-handed, maybe you could hold it if you were, you know, not planning on using melee at all. Alright, so you beat Diablo. You got to be careful of his fire, and that attack where he blasts and spins in a circle, that can be really... He can kill a lot of people, especially in Nightmare and Hell. He'll kill people with that. So say you beat that, you talk to the man here, he puts a portal up, and you're up to Harrogath, Act 5. Oh, before we do Harrogath, I just wanted to show you the super chests. So something people do in Nightmare and in Hell is they go back to Lower Karust and they look for a certain spot. So there's can be 2 of these, sometimes 3, sometimes only... No, I think there's minimum 2. So you're looking for a little circle of fire, and you've got like a couple huts surrounding it. Okay, come on. Where are they? Nope. Oh wait, is that it? Let's see. You can tell when a chest is a super chest, it makes a different sound when it opens. But they just spawn consistently. Oh, a tail rune. And also you get some good runes around here. I mean, that's not a good rune, but it's a rune. If you get this... Here we go. So see this campfire? If there's a campfire, both the building to that side, to the left, and to the north will both spawn a super chest. Which drops a heap of stuff. Whether you think it's good or not is up to you. I mean, jeez. But again, you can just keep on opening, and you do need keys. I've got a key. There we go. And there's one more.
I need a key.
Oh, I'm out of keys. I can't believe this. What is this? What is this? And you can buy keys from... It's not you. You don't sell keys. Shira sells keys? Pretty sure she sells keys.
Good day.
No, she doesn't sell keys. I can't remember who sells keys. No! Okay, let's try Alcor. He'll sell keys.
Good to see.
No, he doesn't sell keys. Alright, whatever. You'll have keys. I don't have keys. I spent them all. It is what it is. But really good place. You get, I think it's minimum 3 chests, and they can drop runes, and in Nightmare and Hell, really good runes. So it's worthwhile coming to Lower Karast. Let's go to Act 5 now. And farming those. So that's one of the most common ways to get runes. Just go to Lower Karast, find that circle of, little campfire, and bam, runes. And people just do that 1,000 times. They kill Mephisto 1,000 times in Nightmare, just because it's easier than in Hell.
Good afternoon.
All right. Anything good there? No. All right, let's go. So this is Harrogath. Has lots of good stuff, lots of good missions that give you rewards that are actually worthwhile. So the first one is you stop the siege, and all you have to do is you run outside to the Frigid Highlands, and you beat up this dude. He's not a nice guy. See this dude here? Shank the Overseer? You just kick his ass. Alright, and then with that, you finish that mission. There's also a really good spot here for farming, so you can farm rare items just beating this boss. Oh, what's that one? No, nothing. So yeah, you can farm this boss. This is one of the really common farms, because it's right near a portal. So you can kill Shank, or you can just kill this guy here. He always spawns. Always spawns here, and people farm him a million times as well. You go through the Frigid Highlands, through the Ariat Plateau, and you do the next mission, which is rescuing barbarians, and they're just surrounded by the type of enemies. You have these big dude crusher beasts, which have a little dude on top who spits fire. In the first area, you have annoying guys who attack through the underground spikes, so don't let them hit you too much. They can do a bit of damage. And at this point, you've beaten Diablo. You're probably level 28, maybe 29, maybe even 30 by this point. It's quite possible you're at 30, but if you've rushed, maybe you're 27, 28. Not only can you... Just be careful of this. You need fire resist for those towers sometimes if they get on you, but they're not too bad. You go through there, save the barbarians. You can keep pushing through to the crystalline passage, and then this is when you get a choice. So if you're with a group of people, they may split up, and again, this is a place where Holy Freeze isn't as powerful because of the very strong... These guys here, the ice resist is crazy. So again, you want good melee damage, good zeal for the Holy Freeze. Be careful of the Moon Lords. Again, they can get their frenzy going, and they can be really dangerous, these guys. So they're a tough enemy, and in the Throne of Destruction, they look like they're immune to Holy Freeze, but they're not. They are slowed down, and they just don't proc the turn blue. So there's a couple of different missions going on. So there's saving Anya, and there's moving on. So Prison of Ice, saving Anya, going to the other area. So you go through Crystalline Passage, you go to Glacial Trail, or you go Frozen River. So Frozen River is where you go through Anya's quest. You eventually go to her. She's asked for help. She's stuck in ice. You talk to your potion lady, Marla, and she gives you a potion to free Anya from ice. You free her from ice. She comes back to town. You come back to town. Then you get this portal. So this Nithalax Temple it's a really good place to earn XP. So this area here, just killing these guys gets you plenty of XP. Now they look like they're dead, but they're not dead. They're about to wake up. So, and they do come back again. So you get good XP for a long time. Even Nightmare, hell as well. But you get plenty of XP from these dudes, and they keep getting back up. You get diminishing though as they stand up again. And you have the little boss here. So be careful, they will charge here, so they can actually do some damage, Pindleskin. So farming Pindleskin is another strat. So pretty much we've just done all the main ones. Pindleskin, the guy at the Frigid Highlands. Those are two really quick ones. You can just do Pindleskin, then run to that guy. You can just do Pindleskin. People just run Pindleskin or Mephisto. Pindleskin's so quick. It's just so quick. They just fly through them, and they just hit that again and again and again with the Magic Fun character. You can get some really good items. And I would recommend more do that in Nightmare, but you can do it in normal if you want to get all the unique low, mid-level, or low-level items.
At your service.
This guy sells good armor. So, but you won't buy it from him. You'll just find it. Don't worry about buying armor from vendors. Unless you've got a lot of money. It's just not worth it. Okay, so say you've done that. You go down to the halls of Vort. Halls of Pain. Is it Halls of Vort? Maybe the last one. So as you continue on, you're trying to kill this dude who's down in this terrible place. There's guides about the lowest level, about guaranteeing which direction he is, so you can farm him, because you have to kill him in Hell to get your Hell keys. I mean, to get your Uber key stuff, and I'm not going to go into detail about that. But those dudes are annoying, but nothing too bad. So just be aware that if you're playing a poison character, the unholy, or naturally all the undead don't take much damage from poison, so it can be quite annoying. If that's your build, say if you're using a Plague Javelin or you're doing a Poison Nova on the Necro, these things can be quite unhappy. So let's go back. So you just keep going down. Really good XP here. So this is another place you can go once if you want to, push your level up plus 30, 35. You keep going through Crystalline Passage, get to the Frozen Tundra, Ariat Summit, go to the Ancients' Way, beat the Ancients, get a level. As soon as you do that one, you get you get a gifted a level as part of the quest, and then everyone in town says nice things about you and says you're such a great person. Champion. So once you've done that, maybe I'll... No. Where's the guy? You can talk about it.
Not in town.
So it's, again, now it's not like it finishes at the level you're on. So you see how my XP bar is at half? It doesn't just give you half, it gives you a whole level. So you'd be halfway through the next level. So people do use that. Alright, I'll do talk. Oh, he's just going to say the same crap. So people do use that when they're on level 98 to get to 99. But again, you're not... That's totally maybe something for the really high level people to use as a fun way of doing it. So the point is, when you're in Crystalline Passage, if you're with a squad, a whole group of 6, maybe 3 or 4 people, maybe more, if they go towards Frozen Tundra direction, they don't go down Frozen River, they don't go towards Anya, this portal ain't opening. You're not getting this whole other side here. So maybe you could miss out on this, the Nithalak Temple. Technically you could, because the other guy's rushing through, or you're being completely carried and you're just standing here waiting at the waypoint, so they just take you to the Ariat Summit and you get that done. You got to be careful. It's kind of annoying. I mean, I've had to do it so many times, go back to the Crystalline Passage and then look for the right way to go again. So just be aware that can happen, and you'll be level 30 easily with level 30 by now if you're taking your time. If you're playing the game normally, as it were, you'll be level 30, you'll have your awesome ability, you'll have your Frozen Orb if you're a sorceress, you'll have your Big Bear if you're a druid and you summon bears, one bear. So you push through, you're level 30, maybe 31. You have a multitude of options how to level up from here. So you can push through to Bale so you can get to Nightmare. I think that's... Definitely do that. With the new Terrorizer modes unlocking when you beat a difficulty, you can make a game with a Terrorizer on. It's totally the right decision just to push through. So the alternate is that you could go, if you're not confident of beating Bale on your own, if you're on your own, you can go to do a cow level. So let's see, okay, that's up. So again, the enemies here aren't too bad. It's just the moon, I mean, the big ox dudes, Minotaur guys with the double axes in their frenzy mode can be quite challenging. There can be all sorts of enemies in Act 5. They do have a bit more, you know, randomness. They use all the enemies from the game. So you can have the salamanders, the snake dudes who do charge. You can have a whole multitude. The gloam dudes can be in here and absolutely wreck you in harder difficulties. Or if your lightning res is just poor, you can be put in danger. You'll have the laughing of Bale in the background. He laughs at you because he just likes laughing. He's got the same thing that the Joker had, you know, in the Joker thing. You know, just can't help but laugh. Oh, should I beat Bale? What? How long have we been going for? All right. Let's do it. Let's go back this way. So you work your way through the Worldstone Keep. You know you found the right direction when you get bridges. So this bridge here, a bridge always symbolizes, well, you know, you're heading in the right direction. There's level 3. Now you just got to go down to, just watch out for the Death Lords. See how they don't turn blue when they get hit by my Holy Freeze? They are still slowed, but it's just not, doesn't come up. And they're pretty quick anyway, so. Okay, and chargey. Oh, I'll show you my charge damage. It's 1,643 to 1,890, which is not much. Because my melee weapon's not super strong because it's more about the freeze. Get in there. Okay, so just run. If you're playing with a sorceress who has teleport, let them teleport. You just go back to town. Let them do the hard work. You don't have to run with them. Don't have to worry about missing out on experience. I mean, it's kind of you to want to see if you can, you know, keep pace with them if they don't have much mana. But generally, just leave them alone. Let them teleport. Don't bother them. This is the Throne of Destruction. It's recommended as soon as you get in here, you pop a portal. Just here, just in case. It can be dangerous, but people just skip right past. They run past most of the enemies that they can and just move here. So this is the entrance to the big fight room. You got to clear the fight room up. Kill all the enemies. Don't get too close to Bale, because see, he casts Decrypify, and that can be just really annoying. So you want to stand about here. If you're ranged, you can use, you know, your Blizzard, Frozen Orb. It's kind of annoying you have to move it. See, look, and he cast it again. So he'll keep casting Decrypify, and it can get you killed, especially at higher difficulty, say, in Nightmare. You know, unless you're with other people who are really, really powerful, then again, it's not much of a worry. Just get in there and smack him. You just got to be patient. He summons mobs. They're all enemies you recognize, except for the last one. So here we go. So we got the council. So be careful of the hydras. You got some flame resist charms. The other thing you can do is just keep moving and dodge them, or you can use the pillars. So you'll have people hide behind the pillars during that phase. That's totally normal. I just wanted to check. Oh, I've got a prayer mercenary. So I got the health regen. I could switch the mercenary for a defiance. I think it would be smarter. Because prayer is kind of... It's just nice, really. For the whole group to get all the health back from prayer. Dude. Leave the mana potions on the ground if there's sorceresses around, because they may need more mana. So this is the special group that's unique. So you have a list of the Tormentor. Now he can be incredibly difficult to beat up, or it can be incredibly difficult in Nightmare and Hell, particularly Hell, because again in Hell everything has immunities. So everything has sort of strong resistances in Nightmare, and then the bosses, they have strong resistances but they don't have immunity. But in Hell everything has immunity, so it becomes all about breaking immunity. So here's Bailey Boy. So one of the things you can do, just watch out for that blast, because it's, you know, it can do damage. You can just smite, or you can do whatever. I can just hit him with Zeal. Just hold down and attack. He's not so tough up close, unless he does his big blue wave. So you don't want to give him range. Range generally he can be quite annoying. He can cast a shadow copy of himself that you have to beat up as well. Again, not a big deal. So you beat Bale, you're level 35, maybe 36. What you can do from here is you can beat Bale again. They're called Bale runs. People run them for a reason. Good leveling, good experience. Worlds don't keep good experience. Bale himself gives you lots of experience. So you can just keep farming him until you get to level 44, or you can go... Oh, let's go back to town. Ooh, I just did some sneezing. I muted it so you didn't have to hear it. Okay. From here on, now that you've beaten the difficulty, you can exit, come back in, and you'll have... If you turn the option on, you create a game with your Terrorizer zones, which can be good because you get more runes, get more rare items, get more XP. So it'll match your level up to 45s, which we saw in the part 1. So you can use this to level up to like 45. You can just go where the Terrorizer zones are, and there'll be random areas. Oh, is that a good scepter? No. So see, the enemies have a symbol on their head. So this is... You can continue doing Terrorizer zones to level up throughout the entire game. So as you progress through to Nightmare, you can do the... Get someone to rush you through Nightmare, and you can get through... Or you just go through normally. It's not that incredibly difficult. You can get yourself some wonderful... Oh, no, I just need to... Oh, I better pick anything up. Okay, let's... I gotta sort out my inventory. Alright, I'm gonna summon the cows. So the Terrorizer zones can be used to level up. It's fine. Throughout the game, so it really has changed the leveling process. Before getting to 99, you have to use Bale and Diablo. Is it mostly just killing Diablo or Bale again and again? Yeah, killing Diablo again and again and again and again was the most efficient. And doing it in a whole team, so someone starts the game and they start killing the boss, and then another guy just finishes the boss off. They just teleport and everyone else sets it up. Some people start. It's a whole complicated thing that's now no longer relevant, unless, I mean, it's still a good strat, but... So now with the scaling zones of Terror zones, like previously the monsters didn't get above level 81. I think it was 81. And that's a big marker for item level, because all the items say they have a required level, but there's an item level hidden behind that. So there's a whole complicated system. I'm not going to go into detail about it because it's just a little bit annoying. Alright. So to make the cow level, you need the Wirt's leg you get from Tristram.
Yes.
So if you did pick that up earlier in the game, you can use that. And the Tome of Town portal. So now we just transmute it and we make a secret cow level, which can be done once you beat a difficulty. In the lower difficulty. So if you beat normal, you can make a cow level in normal. If you get rushed through Nightmare, you can make a cow level in Nightmare, and you can lure people in. You'll lure a group of people. If you make a game specifically about doing cows, Cow King, you'll get people in. And this is a great place to level up. You can not worry about Act 5 so much, and just level up to like 35, 40, probably 35, 36. From 28, 29, you can start doing cows and getting plenty of XP and leveling up in cows. If you don't want to do if you've done the axe a million times, sometimes it's easier. There is a Cow King. So he does have lightning enchant, so but he never drops anything good. I mean, he can, but he always drops garbage. Most of the time he drops garbage. So it's good XP. It's different and exciting, and people love to play cows. So you'll always get other people in the game when you do cows. So it can be a good community type thing. Community activity. They could probably do a few more of them. Yellow ring. Let's see what that one does. No, thank you. I know you can do other stuff with rings. So there's a circlet. Okay, I'm not going to just clean the whole cow level up. I mean, then there's no point. Oh, at this point. If I was doing nightmare cows, there'd be a point, because they can get good runes from cow level. So nightmare cows, you can get good runes. Because there's lots of enemies. Lots of killing. See, look at that. Got a thought rune. That's a good, helpful rune. If you're lower level, just stick with the group. Because if you go and grab a couple mobs and lure them back to the main group, maybe they'll get overwhelmed, maybe they get killed. Lots of low level players will come in here and get themselves killed. And one of the things you have to do to avoid that is don't get hit. I mean, that's pretty basic, but they have pretty big range, the cows, with their halberds, and they can do big damage, like fat, meaty damage. So just be careful. They are strong. In Nightmare, there's more mini boss cows, and in Hell, they're much more powerful. Heaps of immune ones. So you get fizz immune and cold immune and etc. One of the things that people do though, if they're really not nice, is they'll come into a cow level, they'll grab a mob of cows. There we go, he's a good mob. Oh, I killed them all. They lure the mob over to the portal, and then they go in the portal. And then when someone else goes in the portal, oh no, I'm surrounded by cows. Insta-death. So be careful of that in Hell and Nightmare, because they'll do it in Hell, because they'll make a portal in the cow level, and then they'll lead them back here, go through here, go back through their portal disappears. They're inside the cow level. They've got it all to themselves, and they've locked it away, so they've covered the entrance with cows, so other people can't steal their loot. And it's like, why would you do that? Because other people will join your game and put up the number of players in the game, get you better loot. Although you could just play private and set it, and you play offline and put the difficulty. Put the cows wherever you want. Oh, I'll keep the Thor rune. So, okay. How many runes have I got? Chuck that in there. Oh, let's get rid of some of these. Just don't have any room. So yeah, be careful of the cow portal. People can do that, and just newbies can do that by accident. So just low-level guys go in there, try and steal gear. They get surrounded, they run back. Suddenly no one can use it. It used to be, in the old version of the game, whenever you killed the Cow King, you could never summon a cow level again. They changed that because that was incredibly stupid. Woohoo! So that's really good news. Something that I appreciate greatly. because it used to be such a thing where you're playing with a whole group of people and then someone goes close to the Cow King and everyone's like, no, don't kill the Cow King, don't do it.
At your service.
And then they do it anyway and everyone's like, how could you? You know, you ruined it. Now I can't summon thing. And then, so you'd have a specific character on PC that you'd use to summon the Cow King, summon the cow level, and then you'd leave as soon as someone joins, and then you switch back to your alternate character. So you could do, there used to be a whole kerfuffle about it, but now it's just streamlined. It's much better. Alright, so now we've done any other points? The reward you get from killing the overseer dude is adding sockets. Don't use it. I'm begging you. Just save it. Save it! Because you can use it on, say, a really high level item. When you get like a Zod rune, it makes it indestructible. Or you can put it on like a, you can find yourself a Monarch shield. Monarch shield? Is it Monarch or is it Dragon? You can find yourself with the upper level kite shields. So not the normal kite shield, the higher rank one. So I think I could, I'll go in Nightmare and see if I can find one. And you can add sockets to it. And you can add enough sockets to get yourself a spirit on there. Or you can find yourself a good poleaxe, get it to max. Oh shit, I'm useless. Act 2 is where you can buy a lot of really good stuff. So this is far as really good for buying quality things. And especially in high difficulty. So it's a normal kite shield. Where's the high level kite shield? Maybe it's only in the whatever. It drops in Bloodmore, in Nightmare and Hell. I think it's Hell. Oh, I get confused. So let's just have a look quickly. So it is 71. So this is matching my level. So let's see how much XP you're getting. So you move through to Nightmare, and if you start Nightmare and you're like only level 30, you may struggle a little bit, but again, depending on your build, you'd probably be okay. You can push through, you can level up pretty normally in Nightmare as you just play through the game again, progressing through. So you don't have to sweat on Bale runs or Chaos Sanctuary runs if you don't want to. You can just sort of play through normally. What's that one? Chain Lightning. I could get some money, but not enough. But yeah, it's... I mean, Nightmare is... The enemies are tougher. See, like that dude there. Total pain in the ass, monkey. Because he's a Terrorizer Zone and he's much stronger. To make a full regen... This one here, to make the full regen potion, you just need 1, 2, 3 normal ones. Put them in the cube. They mix together, and you get a full regeneration potion. They're really useful. So, if you have slots in your stash, I'll make one. Here we go. I recommend you get them, and you'll need them for high level gameplay because you'll need to be able to full. Now, if my armor wasn't so crap, I wouldn't have to worry about it so much. And my resistances aren't very good either. So 73, 83, 55, so I could use a lot more. So, yeah, what's my... So, what I would do with my shield is I'd find a Taj or a Heraldic one that already has all resistance plus 50, and then try and, you know, you could just grab a bunch of diamonds and just put the resist up to, you know, everything plus 90 or I think it's 90? I think you can get pretty high. I'm getting good XP. You can also go back through the Terrorizer zones normal, you can do all that. Cow level for some variety. So you get into Nightmare, play through the game normally, start perfecting your build. So in my case, you've just been pumping Holy Freeze. As soon as you get Holy Freeze, just pump it. More Holy Freeze. Keep going until you get it to 20. Kind of a no-brainer. But, you know. Mix in some zeals. If you feel like your defense isn't good enough, get a holy shield, so you can just pump your defense up. The good thing about the terrorizer zones is that there's a whole bunch of enemies that now you can take advantage of the fact that you do well against them. So more zones where you have an advantage, where you don't feel so punished. And it also, you know, has you visiting these places again, so a bit of a refreshing. People who just play the same area, just running lower class chest runs or doing Mephisto MF runs, or just running through, you know, Pindle Skin or the end of the Frigid Highlands. It's a good variety, you know. I think it's a great addition to the game. And you can use it to level through the whole game. So as you progress through Nightmare, let's go back to. I'm actually getting good XP, so I'm like, oh, do I want to level up? Just focus on resists. Try and get them as high as you can, because you'll need them. Because as soon as you enter Nightmare, you naturally lose 20 on each, or 20 or 30 on each. And then you lose even more when you get to Hell. So the battle against resistance is... So your resistance gets so low, and you have to balance that out. And all the enemies, they get a massive increase. And then immunity in Hell. And I'll show you what that looks like and how annoying that can be. But yeah, so Nightmare, great loot. So this is the best thing. This is the last safe zone before things get really, really crazy. So for a lot of people, they'll stop. They'll beat Nightmare. Maybe they'll do Nightmare Cows. Maybe they get themselves up to level 70. 65, 70, you can get there. You know, running bail runs, it's a great way to get up as well. You can get plenty of XP there. Doing the terrorizer zones with, you know, multiple players. Or just on your own, just to be safe. So when you're with a whole group of people, all the enemies do become a lot stronger. So just be aware that sometimes it can feel like you're not doing that much damage, or your build isn't working properly, but it may just be that you're playing with so many other people that the margins are less. You're not getting the positives, you're not reaping the rewards. And then you just you know, stick at it. Because every build can work. Most of them do rely upon high level awesome gear you get late game. And you can trade for it, so I haven't talked much about trading. But you know, I don't worry too much about that. Most of the stuff people are trading for is stuff that the average player is not going to worry about. And then once you start worrying about it, you know, just build your own rune stuff. Start building, you know, get yourself an Ort Soul, level 32. That's not hard to get. Those are two easy ones. And you get one to all skills. And some energy resistance, some mana after kill. Getting a spirit's not hard at all. That's something you can get in normal. I mean, at the start of Nightmare is probably the best, because you want to get a decent... You have to get 4 sockets on a shield, it has to be one that drops in Nightmare. So there's a bit of finicky stuff with the sockets, and that's why you do want a high level kite shield, because that's great. In this case, I've got the Taj. Alright, let's get back. That was good XP though. So yeah, you can farm terrorizer zones, and you can get up to 99 through that, really. That's the truth. Once you get through to Hell, and then you get someone to rush you through Hell. There's no shame in having other people rush you through. If anything, it just saves you time. Oh, I might ditch those. I haven't got time. It's like, I'm not going to bother messing with them. You're still the same game running through, except that if anything, you do less side quests in Nightmare. See, I haven't even done... I don't even do Burial Grounds. Still got Chassis in view, which I can use. Build the staff. Still got to build the staff. Oh, I should go grab that. But yeah, let's go to Lower Crust and see if we can get some good items there. Alright, I'm about the end of the video. Here we go. Let's see what we get. Oh, I haven't got any keys. Okay, gotta get some keys first.
I need a key.
Key! And nothing really good. Let's see what this last one gives. Meh. So that's one of the ones that I'll do. That's a common one. You can just keep running that. Let's go to Pindle Skin. Alright, we'll go to the Frigid Highlands first. Let's do it here. So that... let's just be careful with that lightning that's coming off him, and my lightning resist isn't perfect, so... he can drop good items. So you can farm him pretty well. How many? I'll just chuck them in there. That was a tract he had on that curse. Alright, back to there. So this is the kind of this is the kind of run people go through. They do a lower crust, get the Frigid Highlands, they come here, they beat Pindleskin. Get a U wand. Chuck that there, chuck that there. This is the advantage PC has over console. You can pick up the items off the ground you want a bit easier. God damn it. Okay, so I don't have any... oh, bloody hell. Scroll identity. Identify. Yeah, that's garbage. Two bone spirit, so I can sell that for good money. Alright, so let's... so this is a good place to get XP. I don't think I'm getting much at all. Yeah, I'm not getting it. Depending on your build, of course. You can be overwhelmed if you're a melee and they get really close and you have nothing to protect yourself. So just be aware. They're still dangerous. And then people run through Bale. Maybe you do Diablo. It's a bit time consuming. Travancore runs. This is another place you can go. Lots of people go here. Especially in Nightmare. I don't think my fire resist is perfect, so let's grab that. Perfect. You can just stun lock him with Smite. While the Sorceress's attack, you can just stun lock him. Alright, let's get in here. Alright, don't die, Durga. Don't die. Durga, get out of there! Durga! Okay, he's still alive. So he just got hit with the amplified damage and then that put him in a bit of trouble.
I am overburdened.
So I could pick up the battle staff and the antlers and they could be good money. So again, is what it is. Travancore runs, great for making money with a item find barbarian. And you can just get a huge amount of money if you're running the right setup. Yes, I know you could sell items in Hell and get 35,000 for them, as opposed to the 30,000 you get in Nightmare and the 20,000 you get in Normal. It's not a big deal. Alright. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same in Nightmare. Enemies are tougher. You got to level up. If you ever feel like you're getting killed easy, just go level up some more. So let's do... oh. Alright, let's do... oh, how much time have I got? Ah, I'm running out of time! How quick am I? Okay. So this has been a hopefully helpful guide. Be careful, lots of enemies will have auras they didn't have before. Let's go this way. The max level is 99 if you didn't know, just for clarity's sake. And once you beat Nightmare, you can summon Nightmare cows. So I talked about those and how good they are. Bloody good. So let's go in there and have a look at them. Now Hell is a whole other kettle of fish. So I think to do justice to Hell, you'd have to do a full Hell guide. Which sounds like absolutely... yeah, it doesn't sound like fun to me. Hell is a horrible place. So because I'm on my own, I can take care of these guys alright. But I still want to level up a bit more. So you get Rust Touch the Tainted, you'll start getting mini-boss dudes. And for me, as a melee, I'll be hacking. Holy Freeze slows the enemies, and then I just hack them to bits. Again, you don't want to be overwhelmed, so just be careful about how quickly you move through. If you're a sorceress, don't teleport haphazardly through Nightmare cows. You can be, insta-killed. There's a Dimensional Blade, which you can add sockets to if you want to do 4 sockets. Get yourself a Spirit. Rune Staff, Diamonds. So you get high level drops in Nightmare, so the same items, but they're a high level version of it. So the requirements are higher, so much more strength and dexterity for armor and weapons and shields. So you do have to, as you're leveling up, keep an eye on your stats. Keep your strength, and if in doubt, just add more vitality. You can always respec, but lots of vitality, lots of strength, dexterity. I probably have need more dexterity. Plenty of strength, plenty of vitality. Don't worry about energy unless... no, don't even worry about energy. Even if you're a sorceress, you probably don't... you get more value from your items, so maybe early on, if you want, for comfort's sake, put some points in energy if you're feeling like you're running out too quickly. Or just fill your entire stash with mana potions. Just some, nice comfort things. Now the Poison Nova I'm doing is not really doing much. I'm not summoning the Creeper, which I've got with this particular item I'm wearing, because again, it's totally pointless. Poison Creeper is just incredibly weak. It needs a buff. So again, at this point I'm not getting that much XP. Once you hit the 70 mark, things slow down a little bit. So I'm better off probably just doing bail runs till I get to 75. It's just that Hell is so horrible. So before you go to Hell, try and get as high level as you can before going in there, because it is just... it's horrible. It's just horrible. I hate it. Lots of players don't go into Hell much. Hell's just not nice. But then there are those as the exception. So that the top, the top 2% of players will beat Hell and they'll become incredibly strong. Okay, so this is why you do Nightmare cows. I am getting a little bit of experience. Because you get 100. Which is nice. So the next best thing is you want to have... you can have the cow level terrorized with the terrorizer thing, and I have had that carry over to multiple games. I'm still working out how to, make that as a permanent thing, but I'm sure there's a clever way of doing it. And then get yourself, even more awesome drops. Like, look at that Hell rune. Requirements minus heaps. Which if you, get a high level weapon you can't use, a high level armor, then you put that Larzik socket from Act 5, and then you put in a Hell thing, and you can use it. If you want to completely waste sockets. Yeah, so this has been my guide to Acts 4 to 5 to Nightmare. Hopefully this helps. There's plenty more guides out there, but I hope this helps. This has been Frosty Fire 10. yeah, keep repairing your stuff. Try and save your money. If your mercenary keeps dying, just don't use one. Save your money. Alright then, like and subscribe.